Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about mana today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let's get into it. We're sitting at about 56 cents, just below there. This video comes to us at the request of BBL. Again, hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe. Let's get into it. So here we are. Yesterday's price action, rather fruitful. Moved up a good bit. We moved up 9.4%. Breaking us out of this downtrend here. We already broke out, I think, this day here on Wednesday, and the preceding days afterwards gave us confirmation that we are in the midst of a breakout. This continuation is definitely nice, and picking up the pace yesterday was a very nice signal that we probably are getting ready to move higher. Hopefully this isn't a fake out, right? I'm day by day, I'm suspecting less that it is. High to low, got above your 382. That is a nice sense of confirmation that this could be your low as well. The next step would be to get to your 618. You did go to your 382 here, pulled back below your 236, which is not conventional, but sometimes we do unconventional things. That's okay. Ideally, the next area would be the 61869. So let's just focus on a 65 cent to 68 cent move. What price are you at right now? How much growth would that be? I mean, that's above average. That's above average what I'm expecting. I expect the rest of the market to move up something around like 8% to 13%. So mana on track to outpace the markets. Even at its minimum target, it would outpace the average participant in the market. So that's a good sign, man. And then that's just breaking out of this initial phase from the consolidation phase. What happens whenever you extend out? What happens whenever we zoom out here and we look at the broader move, right? You moved up here, you moved down. What's this next move going to look like? Where's it going to take you to? You're at 55 cents now. You'll probably be close to $1.50, if not even above there, right? We look at this relative high here to the relative low, and we're on a weekly time frame, so this isn't going to be tomorrow, but over the weeks, over the months, that's what this means. Finding support kind of in an obscure fib area, but if you look at the 123, the weekly moving average here, this green line, you're finding support right on that, which I think is actually incredibly bullish, to be completely fair. Tends to be a very bullish thing, especially in like a long-term weekly chart. The next target area based off of this would be $1.17 to $1.87. Let's see if we can make sense out of this, maybe with the relative fibs here as well, high to low. I want to delete this little bubble. So the 1414 lines up with the 1272 pretty well. 117 could be a general area for resistance. Let's see if we can make sense out of that as well. Going back right there, resistance there, support there. It's not enough data. That's okay though. You know what? We're going to use it on Kraken. We're going to look it up on Kraken real quick because it's got more historical data, and we could just pull up the same fibs. High to low. A little bit different, but the same, right? Because they're not going to have the exact same prices, but more or less the same, relatively speaking. Okay, well, I guess there's nothing that wasn't really helpful, but that's okay. I don't think that we stop there. That's the whole point. That's why I kept looking, because I don't see any significance there. Really, the next kind of level of significance I would see is something around here to here. Yeah, I like that. Maybe even here we can throw that in. Let's throw away all these lines and then see, or throw away that line. Let's see out of these three lines which ones line up with acceptable fib areas or areas that make sense. Okay, so they all kind of do. They all kind of do. I like that top one lining up very well with that 2272 there. And it's just above the 1618. I like this top range more than I like the bottom range. So let's get rid of the white line there. I would say something probably between like $1.70 to $2.11. Right? Of course, I like the top range, right? Of course, don't we all? But also, if you take into consideration, okay, that top range there, $1.70 to $2.11, it just makes the most sense, right? You're looking at the price action, you're breaking away from this range. Are you going to stop in the middle of this gap here, or are you going to stop where you saw consolidation, right? Where you saw some resistance over here, resistance and support there, right? If you're going to stop anywhere on this move, it would be where you saw significance beforehand. So that lines up pretty well with this target area here. Not only that, if we take the overall high to low and we project out from there, look at that. Dude, that's crazy, right? Okay, I didn't do that on purpose. You guys saw it, right? But look at that. That's the 618 to 69. It's perfect. It's the golden ratio zone. It couldn't be better. And whenever, man, that's... I did not do that intentionally. I swear. I don't know how to prove that, but I promise you, right? I got promises, I guess. High to low. Okay, looking at it for what it is. whenever you're consolidating below your 382 like this for a long time, when you finally break out of that, the only viable target would be the 618 to 69 area. And it's absolutely acceptable and possible to consider the next target zone. The first target zone is anywhere from $1.70 to $2.15. $1.67, $2.12, somewhere in that area, right? But you really could go to $2.92 to $4.06. Now, however, while I would say this range as a whole, the 61869, this is all, anything and everything in between that range is all the same likelihood. When you get to the 786, 886, if we were to do this all in this move here, I would say it's more likely to stop closer to the 786 than it would be closer to the 886, right? This ball, everything's friendly. Anything and everything goes. This ball, it's only this lower half, and really not even the lower half that's friendly. It's whatever's closest to the blue line that's the most friendly. We could go to the 886, it's possible, but as we get further and further into this, it's going to be harder and harder. Like I'm not saying it's impossible, I just wouldn't count on a $4 price by the end of this move. Something around $1.67 to $2.12, however, that I can jive with. Even $2.92, that's a suitable maximum potential, I think. But even $2.12, I think, is a pretty suitable maximum. I refuse to believe, and it's just genuinely, I don't believe that we're going to stop anywhere below $1.67. It doesn't make sense to me. It would make absolutely no sense that you consolidate in this zone for multiple years just to stop here at $1.10. It doesn't make sense to me. It wouldn't make sense that you consolidate for multiple years and you're going to stop in your first target zone off of these fib extensions. Doesn't make sense to me. But the 1618, okay, golden ratio, that makes sense. The secondary target zones based off of your relative fib, okay, that makes sense. The golden ratio of the overall high to low, of your cycle high to cycle low, and it's your golden ratio lining up with the same predetermined targets that just made sense from a price perspective. It couldn't be better. And what's right in the middle of that zone, of that white zone that we labeled without even needing this 61869? The 1618, the golden ratio of the overall high to low of this overall consolidation phase that you've been in for years. The golden ratio, the extension to that, is right at $1.86. It might not be any more difficult than to say this move, you're at 55.79 cents now. This move, which I expect to end by the end of January or the end of February, likely somewhere in February is what I'm thinking, that you'd be at around $1.80 to $1.90. In that time, beautiful. I need to buy some more mana. And with that, I leave you. I got nothing else to say, man. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. This thing is about to outperform the market, guys. It's going to do some phenomenal stuff. Take care. Bye-bye.